Experts predict Bitcoin could hit $50,000. Now, we're not going to be chatting about that today. However, cryptocurrency market cap reaching $1 trillion, a giant psychological barrier. $1 trillion. We're currently at $400 billion. Will it happen? A lot of analysts are saying yes. In my personal opinion, is there a very high chance that it can reach $1 trillion this year? Yes. Yes. There is a very high chance it could even reach it in this summertime. Now, that does not mean it will, and there's a lot of things that could still happen before the end of the year. However, let's chat about that today. My name is Michael Cabrera. It is It's an okay day, but the markets are at least recovering a little bit. So, I don't want to jump out the window. Let's get to it. It always feels like a mission whenever you're checking the markets, and Ethereum's at $821. Do I still stand pretty firm on the fact that Ethereum is going to be worth $5,000 in the future, or $10,000? Yes. Now, Bitcoin is at $8,000, and a lot of people are saying that it can hit $50,000, $100,000, $1 million. Let's first try and hit $25,000, and then we'll see what happens. Is there a chance it can hit $50,000 this year? Yes, as well. However, here's the thing. Currently, it's $8,000 with a $400 billion market cap, and a lot of people are saying there's going to be the flipping and all that because Ethereum's worth 1/10 of what Bitcoin is now, where before it was worth like, 1/20th or 1/15th, and it's getting a little bit closer. I don't even know if that's going to happen. If it does, cool, but there's also a high chance it's not going to happen for a while. Or there could be another cryptocurrency that could replace Ethereum. I mean, there's a lot of good picks out there. There's Neo, there's Cardano, there's EOS, there's all these Ethereum-like applications. But the real winners of this year, forget about Bitcoin, forget about Ethereum, forget about all that. It's the utility tokens. Now, I am obviously a little bit biased because I'm working and I'm an advisor for TravelBlock, a utility token. But, let's see, why am I doing that? Well, it's because utility tokens actually provide services that will last for the next couple of years. Whether it's travel, whether it's something in terms of security, or helping upgrade the blockchain, or helping connect banks with one another, whatever it is, a utility token actually provides more value long term. However, it's not always here's $1 million investment type deal. If you're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme, I guess there's plenty other securities you can look into. But again, those are fireworks. So for long term, there's a big boom for utility tokens this year. And a lot of people think their ICOs could absolutely crush it this year out of most. Now, in order for ICOs to crush it, especially most which are Ethereum-based, we need to see Ethereum rise up a little bit. And a lot of analysts are saying that, well, maybe the bear run is over. Maybe the bulls are going back into town pretty soon, just around the corner when February ends. Now, as I mentioned in a previous live stream, looking at the past history, there's two main routes that could happen. It's either or, like 50-50 in my opinion. One way is it's going to be like 2013, 2014, 2015, around there, where 2014 to 15, there was a year and a half, 400 plus days where it was on a low. It was just a bear market, and then finally it had a nice bull run after that. But that happened for quite a while, and this has similar patterns to that, but it has also similar patterns to what has happened in January into February for 2015, 16, 17, where shortly thereafter there was small rises or larger rises increasing in terms of the years. So in 2017, there was a larger increase than 2015, of course. A lot of analysts also are predicting that crypto winter is coming, that last year in 2017 we had an absolute bull run, but this year is going to be much larger in terms of an exponential factor here, because every single year that we're going, whether it's 2015, 16, 17, it's growing, and in January, February, one option is that towards the very beginning of the year, okay, sure, it has a dip, sure, some people sell off the weak hands, but then later it starts exploding. The people who really believe in it, the whales, the millionaires, they start throwing a bunch of
to money and they start buying up more. The people who sold off sold to the whales who bought more of these cryptocurrencies, and this year it could experience massive growth. So maybe not particularly Bitcoin, although that too, if it hits $50,000, great. Maybe Ethereum, maybe there's going to be a flipping, maybe there's going to be a new cryptocurrency that beats all the others. But when we look at people like Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss, or Charlie Shrem, or the Draper Foundation, or so many others who have billions of dollars in Bitcoin collectively, we start thinking, okay, so these whales aren't selling off, they're buying more, they're making their own exchanges, they're making their own ICOs. That must mean that there's something to it. And also Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss recently went on an interview. They asked this one question. You know what's silly about money? That the fastest way to get, let's say, $250,000 or $1 million, if you're sending it over the weekend from New York to, let's say, Switzerland, where we are right now, the fastest way is to hop on a plane with a bag full of cash. And that seems kind of silly when you can send Ripple across the world, $400 million, you pay a very small transaction fee, and you can get it in less than, what was it, like 4 seconds or something like that? Boom, there you go, you pay the fee, that's it. Well, with banks and wire transfers, you have to wait a couple business days, and a business day means no weekends. So that's kind of silly, isn't it? Also, the dollar's been falling down a little bit, and people who have believed in these currencies for quite a while must realize that the dollar didn't always exist, the euro didn't always exist. When you start exploring the history of fiat currency, you realize that it was based by gold, but even gold has its own set of pros and cons, which the cons, I mean, gold's a nice thing, but it's kind of impractical, especially nowadays. And as I said from the very beginning, utility tokens are on a rise this year, so hey, we'll see what happens. But worst case scenario, if it does crash and burn, whatever. There's always more money to be made from other industries. But the chances of that happening are very slim, and I'd rather risk a lot. Not everything, I'd rather risk a lot on this working, which personally I believe it is. But do your own research, always try and do the respectful thing. And if you're skiing, check out the Alps. My name is Mike Capera. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share. And we shall see you guys tomorrow.